And there's definitely things that happened on the honeymoon that I don't want to bring to light. It makes me uncomfortable to talk about those kind of things, and I would prefer not to and just keep it private.
How about intimacy? Tell me about the only kiss you had.
What, at our wedding?
No, the other kiss. There was another kiss.
Mind tricking me once, I won't let you trick me twice. Guys, you already know what time it is. Little Black Book, you already know what time it is. Get, shake 'em and bake 'em. Oh! Listen. Like, share, subscribe, baby. Before we even start the thing. Alright, cuzzy. Let's get into the video. This is the one that you guys have been waiting for, innit? Because I know how, like, you hate Luke, innit? You guys actually despise his face. I see the comments right there. Sometimes I'm just looking at the comments like, raw. People don't like him. But anyway, listen, guys, let's get into the video. For me, this is crazy, y'all. And, you know, I don't like making judgments. I'd rather make statements based on what I can see. And so let me state on what I can see. So we have, obviously, Kate sitting there talking to Pastor, and obviously she struggles to even explain what Luke has said. It was that mean and that hurtful, and that almost, I'd say, embarrassing to even say to the expert pastor, that she struggled to get it out of her mouth.
On the honeymoon, Luke tried to kiss me, and then, like, he had to stop, and he just said that he couldn't do it because it just...
Just what?
He said that he felt repulsed and dead inside after we kissed.
You can see that obviously Kate is evidently hurt by this, man. But because she's got such a lovely nature and spirit, yeah, you won't see it. But deep down, I know she's crushed by what happened and what he said. And, you know, to feel... I said this in the beginning, the first episode, I said, she's got such a naivety and fantasy mindset. I'm scared that when she juices, when she gets somebody who knows how to juice, and when I say juice, knows how to play the game, knows how to squeeze people, yeah, then it gets tough because they can take advantage of her good nature. You know what I'm saying? So... anyway, we want to talk more about the Luke situation because we don't get much from the thing. First thing I noticed was obviously when Luke obviously asked about the kiss, my man is trying to play it differently. And in fact, even in the cutscenes, he says, you don't really want to talk about it.
And there's definitely things that happened on the honeymoon that I don't want to bring to light. It makes me uncomfortable to talk about those kind of things, and I would prefer not to and just keep it private.
Have I noticed this? Have you noticed this? Luke likes avoiding difficult scenarios. When the situation gets difficult and they ask him a difficult question, he's like, I don't really like talking about it. He's always looking for a little way to weasel out, you understand? So he's the type of person that doesn't like difficult situations when it concerns him. But when it's other people, when it's her brushing her teeth and, you know, saying that she smokes, you don't mind laying the law down to her. But when it comes to you want to dodge and duck and dive. Okay, cool. Next thing, when obviously he knows that the question, he's like, and the scary thing is he says something which is so mad. Like, I don't know if you guys heard it. He says, listen, you know, I don't really want to talk about the situation, yeah, concerning the kiss, and I hope it doesn't come up, because I don't really like talking about it. But he never mentions, look, I would expect him to say, look, I hope the pastor doesn't really ask me about that question because I'm embarrassed by what I did, and I know I did wrong, etc., etc. He doesn't own up to the fact he said what he said was wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, that's scary, bro. Because you're not shook to meet the pastor because you're embarrassed about what you say. You're scared to meet the pastor because you know that you said something that was a bit wild, but to be honest, it is what it is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the remorse there. Like, you're just scared. You're scared to get scolded. Do you know what I'm saying? Again, I don't know if it's a daddy issue. The fact that you haven't got a male figure that maybe you don't know how... you haven't been spoken to in a certain way. And he even says it, like, he doesn't even like the fact that the pastor's leaning on...
Pastor Cal is my first expert experience, so having him lean into me about what happened on the honeymoon is not what I expected, and it's definitely freaking me out as well.
He didn't like the way the pastor was leaning on him. So why doesn't he like the fact that the pastor leaned on him? Because obviously he, like I said, he made that he may not like male figures. You know, the lean from the pastor was a bit too much for him. You understand? And you can see that because when he's sitting on the couch and he's getting questioned, he does something. He wipes his head, and you can see his face going red. Because the situation is tough now. The spotlight's on him. You know what I'm saying? And he tries to play dumb with the kiss situation. When the pastor asks him about the kiss, and he goes, what, the first one at the wedding? You know that's not the one we're asking about, but he tries to play dumb. Pastor asks him again, you know what I'm talking about. The kiss where how do you get to that point? The kiss where, obviously, you said what you said. How do we even get to that point? And I noticed, I was watching Luke, and I'm just like, Luke, bro, if you're not there, quit the process, bro. Like, because, again, he's mentioned, he's not attracted to her, and it's affecting his behavior. You know what I'm saying? The hugs and everything like that, it's nice to have in it, but you're treating her like a friend, and not only if you treat her like a bro-zoned friend, yeah, you're insulting her too on top of that. Like, and there was no need for the insult. And he tried to make excuses as to why it would come out of his mouth. I was under pressure, and, you know, she was pressuring me quite a bit, rah.
It was just a lot of pressure from her.
Right.
You know, some drinking involved. It gets a
Right.
little more intensified.
Right.
And then you feel thrust into the situation, and you're like, oh, this is my wife. I should be accommodating. I should do what she wants, kind of thing. Wasn't about it, but was still trying.
Okay, is she undesirable to you?
Right now, not 100% about
Okay.
it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Tell you something now, yeah? You can't pressure me in that scenario to make me cuss you because you want to kiss. I'm like, look, B, like, that's something I did. Let me be honest with you. I remember a time when I was like in secondary school, when I was about 13, 14, and a girl that I did not like at all, didn't find her attractive at all, we weren't even dating. You know, kept on pressuring me, trying to get onto my case, like, what's going on, do you want to date, rah, rah, rah. And the whole school was on my case, like, the whole class was on my case. They were just trying to bun, man, do you get what I'm saying? Trying to laugh at me because this girl liked me. I was polite enough to say the first time, no, I'm not really interested. Second time, I'm not really interested. Third time, I'm not really interested. Not really sure about the thing. Then she came to the back playground where I play football with the guys, and then shut up there and then tried to ting with me there. And I was like, yo, B, get the frick away from me. I don't like you, blood. And I shouted it. The whole playground went dark. The whole playground turned around. But I was 14. You understand? And I know, and I still feel bad when I said that now. And I'm 27 now, 13 years on, I still feel bad. And I wish I could see her again and apologize again to say, look, I really didn't mean to say that. Do you know what I'm saying? Not that way it came out. So deep, the remorse that I'm feeling for something as little as that, I won't say little because I think it's a big thing, but why am I saying what I'm saying? I'm saying it because there is a remorse in me. I don't see the remorse from Luke. I've not heard an apology since, bro.
Yeah.
Kate was very awkward to come into the new house, and she was a little reluctant last night, so I just wanted to get her something today to help her transition easier and kind of brighten her mood so she'd be excited about coming to the new place.
But I've heard excuses about I was drunk, I was a little bit tipsy, we were drinking, and there was a lot of pressure on me. But I'm not hearing an apology, my Chichi. I'm yet to hear an apology. Now, maybe get the apology behind the scenes, but why didn't we hear the apology from first? Just like I said about the kiss situation, why was the kiss behind the scenes? Again, he does little things, yeah, which he's like, I don't want pressure. Bro, you are going on a show called Married at First Sight, where you marry somebody under pressure, bro. Yeah? So you can't tell me you don't like pressure, because you married someone underneath the pressure. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, I was a little bit, So for me, it was a bit off. You understand? And also, when you was talking about the kiss as well, there was a slight tone of like, almost like, I was trying to do her a favor. I was the one trying to do her a favor. I was the one that was, I didn't really want to kiss, but I was just trying to do her a favor. And it's almost like a bit like, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where, there may be a girl that you liked, that likes you, or a guy that likes you, girls, ladies, that likes you. And you know what? You've been friends for a little while, maybe a little while and stuff, or, and they like you. And part of you's like, well, I don't know if I don't really like him, but let me test that out. This is when we're young. We do these things when we're young. I'm not really sure, but let me test that out and kind of see, what it is. I'll kiss him and see. Or I'll kiss her and see if it actually works. You kiss him and you're like, nah, definitely isn't. Definitely is not the motive. Boom, no, can't work. And I feel like that's what Luke is doing here. Like that same childish behavior where it's like, you kiss to see if I'll feel it. Bro, if you're not feeling it, come out. And
I think attraction can grow once you get to know someone a little more. I feel like right now we're kind of at a low point, and I'm really hoping that we can turn it around.
Here's the deal. She's confused.
Of course.
I came here prepared to take the pressure off.
Okay.
And to say, look, if you're feeling this, great. If you're not feeling it, let me know.
Okay.
Do you feel like it's retrievable?
Of course.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, because but we don't force anybody.
The worst thing is the pastor's giving him an opportunity to even come out and say, listen, do you want to quit? He said, no, I want to continue. What for, Luke? You don't find her attractive. Do you think you're going to suddenly find her attractive later on? I don't think you will. Not the reason why I say that, because of the way you treated her already. I just don't think you will. Plus, you've got this bipolar type of behavior where one day you're good and the next minute you're not really good. One day you're really, really upbeat and nice. Next minute you're like, you know what I'm saying? And it's that consistency which is scary. So let's move on to the next point, which is talking about Kate. And when she was saying that she was in the way they were gonna have to move to her house, yeah. Actually, before I even talk about moving to the house, let me just finish off with the couch situation. So when Luke and both Kate were sitting on the couch, look at the body behavior.
I believe in redemption. I believe that people can come back from the worst things in marriage. However, I also believe that a lot of work has to be done. It's so important at this point.
Kate's legs actually touching Luke's, okay? But I want you to see where his head, neck, and shoulders are. It's away from her. You understand? So his arm is like that. He's showing the distance, bro. But Kate is trying. So she's tried to close the gap by putting her leg next to his leg. You know, she's kept her body close to him. But he himself, his neck and his head and his arm are away from her. Even though their legs are touching. Do you understand? Even though their arms are connected. His head and neck are far away from her, and I'll prove that by the first time we watched them when they're on the plane, when they were getting close and doing the video. Kate moves away. It's uncomfortable. Why? Because Luke makes it uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? He made it uncomfortable from day one, bro. When he kept that space on the couch and said, "I'll sleep on the couch," he kept the space again. So Luke is consistently putting a distance between the two because he does not feel it like that, bro. Quit now. Don't waste anybody's time, bro. You understand? Let's move on to the Kate situation, talking about moving in. So they have to move into her home, and obviously for the day, and Luke was moving into her home for the day. And she said she was sitting down saying, you know, she feels nervous. Now, let me take this now. The reason why she feels nervous is because she's now moving in with a guy who does not like her.
Got a little nervous about
Everything.
doing this today.
What was your main concern?
I just feel like normally people wouldn't just be moving in together so soon. Like, people find roommates randomly, but like, we're in a relationship, like a husband and wife relationship, and you know, it's not perfect.
Marriage.
Yes, we are married.
Not only is she moving into a place that with the guy, she's having to move into her house the first night anyway, at least. Into her own space. You know, your home and your home is your space of sanctuary, your space where you can get away from everything, your space where you are your king or queen in that abode, and no one can tell you smack because it's your place of solitude. And so for her to have Luke, who she knows has disrespected her on an emotional level, wants to come in, not even once, but has to come in and reside in that abode, it's like almost like, I can't run away from you. I can't get away from you. So that nervousness is about the fact that she knows, and she said herself, she now knows Luke. She's got to know Luke to a certain level where she's seen certain things and she don't like it, cuz. You understand? And so for her, there's a nervousness about him moving in. Why would she want to move? I mean, why would you want to move in with somebody who don't like you? Do you know what I'm saying? And he tried to, you know, oh, do you need a hug? And she hugged him because she really wants this to work. But like I said, because she's got an ideology of fantasy, I hope she doesn't stretch to make this work, and it's not working. As the pastor said, listen, you want a great working relationships, but you don't want it just to be working out. You know what I'm saying? You're just staying together to make it work out. It should be a great working out. There should be some goodness to it. There should be some amazements to it. There's going to be ups and downs. And pushing on to that point, the pastor said, look, you know, I want to make sure you guys got the foundation, obviously, to deal with what you're dealing with.
There will be conflicts, and I just want to make sure you guys have a strong enough foundation already to tackle that. We talked, and I asked you very pointedly, are you in this?
They haven't got a foundation. They got married at first sight, so they haven't got a foundation. Precisely the problem. They haven't got a foundation, which is my only problem with this show, because in the 21st century, where we are, is it 21st, 22nd? In this century anyway, we've got millennials, we've got people who are growing up in a different mindset. For instance, staying in a relationship for a long time, yeah, it's not expected of our generation anymore. But maybe our grandparents, the shame and everything, they will never quit the relationship. So the understanding of being committed to something, even if you don't like it, is there. We don't have that. If we don't like it, we're gone. If we're not happy, we're gone. If you didn't do this, we're gone. If you say that you don't like it, you don't do this for me, we're gone. Like, we have all sorts of reasons for going. You understand? So the relation, the differences in generations is quite stark. Just to say this as well, you know, I always say pride is an ugly trait. So instead of Luke accepting that, you know, he made the mistake, he actually put the blame on her when he was talking about the kiss situation. He put the blame on her, saying, she pushed me, she pressured me, da da da. He put the blame back on her.
It was just a lot of pressure from her.
Right.
You know, some drinking involved. It gets
Right.
a little more intensified.
And he didn't acknowledge what he had done. That's mad. Pastor talks about being open and honest communication. I don't know what else more they need to talk about, really, because I don't feel like they haven't been honest already. They've already been honest, and it's been brutal. They've told each other what they feel and what they think. So I don't think they need to be any more open and honest in this kind of communications. I think what we need is Luke to disappear. We need Luke to exit. He's not on the job. And also it mentioned that when the pastor asked him, do you know why we put you together?
Do you see why we chose you to be together?
I do.
Oh, I was saying yes, and you were looking at me.
Oh, okay.
Do you feel as though he sees it?
I think you're still trying to figure it out a little bit.
And Luke hesitated, didn't really know else. And Kate said, well, I think he's still figuring it out. And she put it straight on the money. He's still figuring it out. Why the frick did you put me with her? And I'm asking the expert the same thing. Why? You saw the interpersonal, but you know Mammon has a type, rude boy. So you should have listened to that type. You know what I'm saying? Man, there's so many things I just want to say, but I want to keep it short. So yeah, with Kate and Luke, I think for me, can this repair work? Well, I mean, they just started. Why do they need repairs already, man? It's like buying a brand new house, expecting it to be a brand new house, and then finding out actually when you get inside, it's dilapidated inside. Like, bro, you would be pissed off because you're like, I didn't buy a dilapidated house. I thought I was buying a new house. So I shouldn't start on the back foot already. You know what I'm saying? In a relationship. We should be starting on a good note. Like, if this was, like she said, if this was a relationship or even getting to know somebody, you should have cancelled him already. And these are the problems that you don't have, the problems you're going to face that you won't be able to, that you can't fresh out normally when you get time to be single and then get into a relationship with somebody. When you're married straight away, you don't get the time to do that. So for me, I'm a little bit, skeptical. And as a pastor quite rightly said, Luke's words were on the verge of abuse. And at first I was like, no. And I was like, yes, it was because of what he said.
Talk about what Luke said. The realer it gets, it's very troubling. I'm worried that if it's already like this so soon, is it going to get worse? And how bad could it get?
Outside of calling you names, that's pretty abusive. Mm-hmm. I mean, would you agree with that?
It's on the verge of just emotional abuse. And now she'll be, and I'm scared for her well-being and mind state. Because if he says something else like that, fam, she's finished. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for me, guys, let me know how you think. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what your thoughts are on what we've spoken about today. And please, can we keep the Lucas gay comments down to a minimum? Like, for real, like, it's not everything that is gay. Like, it's not everyone who rejects a girl is gay. No, maybe he just has a type. Like, god damn. Like, if you reject a guy, ladies, do you call yourselves gay? You don't. You just have a type and a preference. Like, it's not every day gay. Everyone's comments, I see gay. I'm not... Anyway, listen, guys. Like, share, subscribe. You already know what time it is. Little black bug, you know what time it is. Wakanda forever.